What's going on, everybody? So today we have the Challenger of 297. I wanted to let you all know that it is finally here. So for those of you that have used your cash for the early leveling process, you can now pick up a second one for that level 15 of the altar, so you can keep progressing it. This is going to be pretty big for everyone. I will say it's a very, very simplistic one compared to the previous week's Necromancer, where we were all dying all the time with the Corpse Explosion, Land of the Dead. This one's significantly easier. To go over the kind of basics here, first off, these two abilities, Ground Stomp and Avalanche, are kind of worthless in terms of you don't really even need to use this. Now you can go ahead and use this to stun, Ground Stomp to stun, Avalanche to go ahead and freeze people, which is great as CC if you find yourself dying. But really, Wrath of the Berserker, which is going to go ahead and pop your buffs to make you stronger. And then we have Call of the Ancients, which is going to go ahead and summon a bunch of, basically followers that are going to kind of split some damage for you as well as do their own damage. And then we have the basic, which is Weapon Throw, which is just throwing a bunch of axes here. And then we have Whirlwind, which is the hallmark of the build here. We're just going to be spinning around and doing whatever we want, which is pretty important. As for gear here, we have a few things to keep in mind. If you guys are struggling, which you really shouldn't be all that much, but if you are, some things to kind of note are we have the Hexing Pants of Mr. Yan, which means while we're moving, we're going to gain more resource generation and damage, which means we always want to be moving. We don't want to be sitting in place and then just throwing axes all the time. We have Mantle of Channeling, which is going to go ahead and basically increase damage and take reduced damage while whirlwinding. And then we have Aquilosaurus, which means that basically when we're at above 95% resource, we will take 50% less damage, which is pretty important. And you can see here, we will be going through resource quite quickly when we're whirlwinding around. Those are the things you kind of have to keep in mind. Other than that, guys, we're just going to run into it and do it real quick. It's pretty simple. Again, there isn't really much to kind of think about. We are pretty slow, so that is something that you might want to keep in mind. But again, you really should just be able to spin around and do whatever you want. There's a power pylon over here right outside the gate, which you're going to want to pick up, and you're just going to want to continue onwards and crush through everything you see. Very, very simple. You can see here I'm basically not doing anything, and I'm just picking up everything or killing everything in like 3 hits. Very, very simple compared to the Necromancer build, guys. It is crazy. And the time amount that you need to be is going to be quite easy. There's a channeling pylon on the right hand side. I don't even bother with that. I don't think it's necessary because you are quite tanky. You also have a cheat death, by the way, with your Enchantress. So even if you do, end up taking lethal damage one of these times, guess what? You have a cheat death. So it really just isn't hard at all, to be honest. This is probably one of the easiest challenge rifts I've ever seen. They definitely start us off with a hard challenge rift at the beginning of the season, and then come back to give us one of the easiest challenge rifts ever. As you're approaching close to the end, you might want to save on your Wrath of the Berserker as well as Call of the Ancients, just so that you will have it for when we actually get to the Rift Guardian, which might speed it up just a tad. Or you could use it earlier if you find yourself kind of getting stuck or getting close to dying. And this blue elite is just running away from me. Get back here, man. Jeez. We're going to want to wrap around here, here to the north. I don't remember where it was. I already ran this once here, just to kind of get my experience on the map. But there was a speed pylon around this donut thing, this arch, which we're going to want to pick up. It's going to give us, obviously, extra speed. And there we go. We got the speed pylon, and now we are just rolling through. Now we can just spin through and kill everything. Again, very, very easy. Very easy. We really don't have to do much. You just cut through everything. Pretty simple. I'm just going to finish this out here. Pull off all these enemies. Just chop them up. No, it's kind of satisfying to go from like Strafe Demon Hunter, which I've been playing so much, to Whirlwind Barb, which is just a meme. It's basically I'm doing the same thing as playing Strafe Demon Hunter, except I'm a Barb now, so that's great. Gonna want to go to floor 3. If you guys didn't, stick around to kill everything, you may as well just go to floor 3. There's an elite pack right here at the beginning, and then you can just knock these guys out, and then hopefully that should be enough for you to basically spawn the Rift Guardian. Fortunately for me here, oh, there's our cheat death proc, so hopefully I don't die here. That would be awkward after saying how easy it was, and then I'm gonna die. We can just go ahead and spam our weapon throw to make sure we spawn the Rift Guardian. Rift Guardian spawn, and then now we can go ahead and stun it, and then we can just spin on it. Just spin on it, stun it, spin on it, and it's dead. There we go. That's it. Pretty simple, guys. I mean, I completed in 327. To me, time doesn't matter. All I care about is the cash, and that's going to give you the cash. So hopefully that helps. Make sure to do this as soon as you can. If you guys are looking to progress your altar, I know that I have a lot to progress for my altar. If I just go ahead and peek to give you guys an idea, let me just pop back over to my Demon Hunter here and show you where my altar is at. Let's see, we have our little cache. Boom. Let's head on over to the altar here. I can't bear to move at a normal speed, so we have to strafe over here. And then we have the cache, which is the next altar upgrade. I'm not quite sure what I want to go with. I think I'm going to be just going for extra damage. So I think I'm going to pick up the 20% damage node down here. So let's go for that. Pretty nice. And then we have the blood shards, and I can go for elite damage, more elite damage, and then boss damage, which is going to be pretty impactful. So again, hopefully that was helpful. Do this as soon as possible, because if you are locked on at level 15, then you're going to definitely want to pick up that damage node. That's going to bump you up around 2 GR levels. So, I can speed farm about 100 at like 1 minute 45 seconds right now. So I might be able to do about 102 at 1 minute 45 seconds, around that kind of number. So this is going to help you out a lot. Be sure to do this. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, like the video, sub to the channel. I'll see you all tomorrow.